Yeah, guys, Beast back with some more beastly content. And before we get on into this video, I know I haven't mentioned this in a couple of videos, but we do still have some giveaways going on, and right now I am in need of reaching 10,000 views across a few videos, so hopefully this video gets a few thousand views on its own, so that I can give out 4 codes for the glass pack. Until that time, y'all better start liking, watching, and subscribing. But aside from that, 2 battle passes in this video. The keyword is pass, so just comment the word pass, first 2 to do it. You're gonna get yourselves a free battle pass. We will be working on the glass pack skin as soon as we get the views for it, but just so you know, I need to get 10,000 views in order to give away 4 of the glass packs, guys. So without further ado, this video is going to be a leveling guide for, like, you know, when you're starting on a new season, the guide, you know, kind of leveling. So I have kind of already completed a lot of what I was going to tell you about because I'm level 26 already. But we're going to go ahead and start on this. So we're going to start with the first one, and that is a very easy level 0 to level about 20, level 10, level 15. We're going to cover a couple of these different little tricks you can do here. So, blueberry soda. When you craft a 99 stack of blueberry soda, it will give you about 1,000 XP per stack. This can be very helpful for getting you through the level 0 to about 15, maybe even 20. I'm not really suggesting doing this, logging, gathering salt water, or anything like that in order to actually get leveled up in this video. I know in the past I have showed you the logging method where all you do is go mine trees. Then you can just fill your furnaces full of charcoal, and every single furnace is going to be about 500 XP, and charcoal smelts very, very quick. It's another really easy level 20 level. You could even do it to level 50, but once again, do not recommend that. So, what do I recommend? As a returning player, first things first, let's head on over to task. I'm already done with them all, but and hey, we need to actually talk to Maisley and see what this one is, because this is 2,000, but basically, anyone who's a returning player, if you have any of these simplified quests, especially the ones that give, like you see this one, 3.6k, I do believe that's just for beating the Forsaken Giant. It's 3.6k XP. There's also one for Tree Ant. I think it's punitive measures, no food security. Did I already do Tree Ant? No, I didn't do Tree Ant. So, as you can see here, in the name of love, simplified, 2,000 for Tree Ant, but also the main story quests are going to be a good few thousand XP apiece. The reason why I'm recommending this as a returning player is because when you're doing those little guides, they're pretty much just going to give you an objective marker. You're going to go to the objective, and once you get there, you're just going to get a securement source, as long as you selected simplified quest, of course. Once again, as a returning player who's already played Winter, you can just run through that, and you're going to get the level 20, 25 super duper easily just by doing that. Another thing to mention is if you push tab and you click summon, you can summon this little guy right here. There will be 5 of these you can complete, and once you've completed all 5 of them, you'll have an additional reward of 3k XP on the first week. So, this is another thing you need to do. Make sure you do all your commissions. Like I said, we mentioned a couple different methods. For the blueberry soda, if you're wondering where I would recommend for you to go to actually gather blueberries and, of course, you know, the rocks and everything, I'd actually recommend the Frost Forge teleportation tower. I actually started really, really close to this when it actually asked me. I actually chose Frost Forge teleportation tower, but we were a little bit away from it. We did have to do a little walking, but regardless, just outside of this tower, let me just go ahead and show you real quickly. We're not going to be doing the blueberry farms or anything. There are blueberries here. There's just a ton of blueberries, so you can quite easily get a few hundred farmed up. And like I said, it's 1,000 per one or per 99 stack. Once again, I'm not recommending using that or any other sort of leveling method like that to get to level, you know, anywhere past 15 to 20. But regardless, once you've done all your main tasks, and you've done your commissions, and you've done everything else, and you're like level 20 to 25, here's something else you need to take into account here. So, every single location has objectives. As you can see, Frost Forge is completed for me. But when you complete the objectives, they actually give you 2 to 3k XP per point of interest clear location, and all that requires to do, here's one for instance, look for the mystical crate. We've already defeated the enemies. We still need to find the weapon and armor crates, and we still need to activate a rift anchor. Activating a rift anchor is also going to be a way where you're going to be able to get yourself some more stardust and some stellar platuna, so you want to be doing your point of interest. You want to be going through and getting the objective clears because it does not take long. I do believe I have about 7 left to do. As a matter of fact, one of the ones I have to do actually is just this one right here. Now, we need to find weapon and armor crates still in Wishland West, and we also need to look for the mystical crate, but I have done Wishland East, and I've done a few other ones, and as you can see, I'm already level 26, and once you're done with all your point of interest, you should be about level 30. Now, that's the other thing I want to mention about this. A lot of people worry about trying to get to level 50 within the first phase or something like that. And that's just not something you really need to be worried about. Because if you just wait for week 2 once you reach level 30, which level 20 is actually the level you need to be to wear tier 3 armor. And the highest tier you can wear in phase 1 is actually going to be tier 4 anyway, which is a level 30 requirement. So the highest level you need to reach in phase 1 is level 30 at the maximum. You don't really need to reach past that. So if you just do your main story, you get through the main story, and you do your commissions, and you do your point of interest, you should be able to get to level 30 really, really easy. Now, if you're a player who just really likes unlocking all their nomadic specializations really, really quickly, hey, by the way, Stardust Water Pump for like the 5th season in cannot get oil processing. I do not know why. I will check on the alt. I'm assuming it's going to get the pumps as well. But let us continue here. If you really, really like to get XP and you just want to be level 50 by phase 1, there's a couple options you do have. One is to kill buffaloes. Just kidding, but buffaloes are nightmares, and we're going to get back in our base here so that they can't attack us. Here we go. So, one, you can do tree ant clears. Now, tree ant is located right over here, the avalanche monolith. Now, I see all the time people posting in the chat, they're showing teams. Now, I don't actually see, oh, that was secure missile, but that wasn't what we were after. But regardless, if you run tree ant over and over, it does give a lot of XP. Another XP farming method I remember from last season, and let's see, is there a Chaos Weaver? No, but there is that. So, I was hoping there was like a slider just for Chaos Weavers, but let's see here. There should be like a Chaos Weaver somewhere, surely, right? Is there a Chaos Weaver going on? People may have killed it. But I guess we'll just cover this and I'll just talk about it. So, if you find a Chaos Weaver in the world while you're in phase 1, if you don't kill the Weaver itself and you wait for him to actually start spawning his enemies drop from like 100 to 200 to 300, I do believe actually, XP per enemy kill. So if you get a whole server together and you're just out there attacking the Chaos Weaver but not defeating it, waiting for its enemies to spawn, then you can actually just farm the Weaver for XP, you can farm Tree Ant for XP, but once again, like I said, during phase 1, you don't really need to get past level 30, 20 even will work for your tier 3 gear. But yeah, I do believe that's about everything I wanted to cover here. I didn't want to do another video like I did last season. Another thing to mention is that aside from the logs, the blueberry soda method, and things like that, you want to be bringing yourselves in like a spring legs. You don't have to bring the spring legs, but you do want to bring Pup Buddy if you got him because he's amazing. But making these different whims actually also give a good amount of XP. So like we have this here disco ball, for instance. That's the Utter Delight featherweight, and this is spring legs, right? So we've just been crafting these, and I've been placing them in my vending machine just out here, just for, anyone who actually, need them. Hey, we only have one electronic grabber left, so we need to get that posted up. I will be doing a video on how to get rich on energy links extremely quickly soon, but I think I've covered about everything really you need to know about XP farming. One other final thing is, from your previous season, there is something you can bring in, but you did have to have it crafted before you joined your new season. For the returning players who either had this crafted, or if you haven't left for the new season yet, here's a little bit of an advice for you. So while we can't go over there yet, over here somewhere, I'm thinking it's right here, is Ashington. Now inside of Ashington, inside of the mall, there's a fridge, and every single time you kill the fridge, he will be dropping one fruity pancake, which is the 25% extra XP item in game. So all you need to do is farm up that fridge before the server drops for the next season, and then if you're out farming XP, you're doing Tree Ant or something like that, you're gonna want that extra 25% XP. Now this once again required you to have the fruity pancakes farmed up in the previous season, but if you did, this can help you out a ton. Also, for some reason, you can't sell dirty water in Eternal Land, and I don't really know how to get rid of it easily. So my bag is just full of dirty water. They really need to do something about that. Let me sell this for Astral Sand or something. Even just give me a bulk delete button for all water. Anything, okay? I just need this water out of my way. But as you can see here, down here are the fruity pancakes. I have 8 of these. It does cost 200 server transfer points per transfer of XP items. I was bringing these in, but since we're already at level 26, and the only real thing I'm going to be doing now is just going through, like, I need to go through Hive Rail and go find the Mystical Crate. As soon as and I know exactly where the Mystical Crate is on Hive Rail. That's going to be another easy 2.5k, I do believe it is, XP, and then we're going to do the other side of Wishland. That's going to be another good amount of XP. Like I said, there's all sorts of ways of doing it, but you really don't need to reach past level 30 on phase 1. But yeah, I think that's about everything I want to cover. I'm not going to sit here and show you like this will get you to level 50. Like I said, if you want to do logging method, you can go out there and you can log your butt off and you can just smelt the crap out of charcoal. You can get to level 30, 40, 50 easy peasy. If you want to, you can go farm blueberries and make yourself some glass. You can get yourselves to, you know, whatever level you want really easy with the blueberry method. And lastly, if you want to go out and farm seawater, which is, you know, salt water. It's seawater right here. So right here, this should be seawater, and it's just outside of the Whalebone Bay teleportation tower, just outside of Whalebone itself. And then, you know, there's this over here, which you will eventually be going to for story. I really should have cleared this point of interest while we were running through story, but I will be coming back to Fisker Harbor to get that XP. Some people don't do that, and like I said, they want to do like the logging method or the stove method or anything like that, and all of those are fair methods, but you're kind of doing a lot of gymnastics you don't really need to do when you could just be playing the game, because when you play the game, you're getting materials you need for the game anyway, and most people who do the other like cheesy XP systems, they do that to get to level 50, and then they go back and they farm point of interest every single day. And it's like, if you were just doing that while you were trying to get level up, you could have been gaining XP then and getting your stuff farmed up instead of wasting your time going through mining logs or anything like that. Once again, if you want to use logging method, I don't blame you. I did it for a season. It was a blast. I got the level 40 off of logs. But I do believe this is about the end of the video. Like I said, I just wanted to cover, you know, like the basics of getting your XP up on a new server and things like that. But I am out, guys. Go ahead and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and keep it beast mode.